Hey TWR fans, we can hardly believe you stuck with us for another year. Thanks for all your likes, comments, and shares of the content we brought to you in 2021. And like every good show, we gotta end the year with a countdown. So here are 3 of our favorite episodes from 2021. Enjoy. Number 3, toxic bro culture levels up. For the second time in 3 years, one of the world's foremost video game studios is under fire for its toxic bro culture. I'm Erica Domingo, and this is the Toxic Workplace Report. So press start to continue, and let's dive right in. Nicholas Laurent, CEO of Riot Games, whose titles include League of Legends and Valorant, is facing a lawsuit from a former executive assistant who alleges both gender discrimination and sexual harassment by the CEO. The lawsuit includes allegations that the CEO invited her to work from his home when his wife was not going to be there, and asked her if she would be able to handle him while they were in his home alone, as well as references to the fit of his underwear. When executive assistant Sharon O'Donnell refused his advances, she says the CEO became angry and abusive in the workplace. In addition, the lawsuit states that he criticized her tone in meetings and conversations and said she should be more feminine when she spoke. The filing indicates that the harassment persisted throughout her employment until her termination in July 2020. Riot has responded to the lawsuit by indicating that O'Donnell was the subject of more than a dozen complaints from both employees and external partners, which they state are well documented. It seems Riot has the cheat codes for creating hostile work environments for its female employees. Riot made headlines back in 2018 when an expose came out outlining its toxic bro culture back then. The 2018 story revealed that not only were women regularly passed over for promotion, but discriminatory and demeaning behavior was normalized in the workplace, particularly by the COO, who was known for ball-tapping his employees. Counsel for Riot, in something of a pro-gamer move, sought to enforce the arbitration agreement signed by a majority of the plaintiffs, which required them to withdraw from the class action lawsuit and resolve their claims in a private setting, which keeps them from being public settlements. In the wake of the lawsuit, Riot vowed to take a litany of steps to change its culture, including Laurent putting his own job on the line if the changes were unsuccessful by January 2020. We'll have to wait and see if the new lawsuit filed by O'Donnell means it's game over for Laurent. Thanks for watching this week's TWR. If this episode pushed your buttons, let us know in the comments below, and be sure to check back for the next one. Number 2. What happens when you give a 22-year-old $10 million? Exactly what you think. Famous YouTuber Mr. Beast is in the news for creating, you guessed it, toxic workplace. I'm Erica Domingo, and this is a Toxic Workplace Report. So let's dive right in. 22-year-old Jimmy Donaldson, known to his 61 million YouTube subscribers as Mr. Beast, is in the news for creating a toxic work environment for those working for him on his YouTube videos. Mr. Beast, whose YouTube videos have more than 13 billion views and who recently was in the news for launching his national food brand, Mr. Beast Burger, is now making headlines for a different reason. 11 of his former employees came forward to the New York Times alleging that Mr. Beast has created a difficult working environment for his employees. It seems that Donaldson has a penchant for releasing the real Beast when the cameras are off. The allegations reported by the New York Times range from employees saying Donaldson is a perfectionist and they could never get anything right for him, to other employees alleging they were not given credit for the work they did, and yet another employee saying that Donaldson yelled at him, bullied him, and referred to him by a slur used for people with mental disabilities. The employees who spoke out, however, are facing a lot of backlash, including increased scrutiny of past videos in which they praised Mr. Beast, and one employee even receiving death threats from the Mr. Beast fan club. The Mr. Beast story comes amidst a wave of allegations of impropriety against prominent YouTubers, most notably Jake Paul, who is accused of sexual harassment and unwanted sexual contact with former employees. While Mr. Beast's philanthropic efforts certainly are commendable, we have to remember this is a 22-year-old college dropout who likely has no formal training on employment discrimination or workplace policies and procedures. And now the world is handing him millions of dollars a month. So if these allegations are true, the outcome is not entirely unforeseeable. There are currently several unknown factors that will determine whether any of these employees can proceed with a claim of discrimination or harassment against Mr. Beast in the future. They include whether the individuals are employees or independent contractors of Mr. Beast, whether there's a corporate structure in place or they work directly for Mr. Beast, how they're paid, and whether there's any insurance for employment liability claims. Even individuals working on small teams for big internet personalities, present company included, have rights under the law. Whether they're employees or independent contractors, those who have beef with Beast should seek an attorney to let them know what their recourse may be under the law. Thanks for watching this week's TWR. If you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to Grungo Colarulo's YouTube channel so maybe one day we can have 61 million subscribers too. And the #1 episode of 2021. Meghan McCain's new book is out and it's airing all the dirty laundry about what she refers to as a toxic work environment on the set of ABC's The View. I'm Wednesday Addams. And this is a Toxic Workplace Report. So let's dive right in. Bad Republican, the new memoir of Meghan McCain, daughter of U.S. Senator John McCain and host of ABC's The View, is causing quite a political stir, this time on both sides of the aisle. In the book, McCain asserts that her former employer, ABC, and her co-hosts from the 25-year running talk show created, you guessed it, a toxic workplace. Although she praised her fellow hosts as intelligent and incredible broadcasters in her farewell, McCain now claims that the anger and tension seen in their debates was real both on and off screen. Frankly, I'm a bit surprised that it took 25 years for one of these women's feelings to get hurt. McCain contends in her book that she was vilified simply for her conservative political views and that certain moments that happened on the show were so outrageous that they caused her to vomit and shake uncontrollably during commercial breaks, or as Eagles fans call it, the fourth quarter. More on that on Legal Hands to the Face. McCain believes she was not the only conservative to feel this way while on the show. Her memoir reveals a moment when Fox News pundit Jeanine Pirro was so insulted after an interview that she cursed at the panelists and threw her microphone at them. ABC executives are furious at the allegations in McCain's new memoir and have responded by pointing TMZ to an internal investigation that revealed McCain to be an instigator both on and off air. Sources inside ABC also claim that although McCain was poised to leave the show, they were asking for her removal long before it was announced. If McCain's allegations are believed as true, there are very few states in which she could bring a claim for a hostile work environment or a toxic workplace based upon her political affiliation. At the moment, federal law does not recognize politics as a protected class for purposes of discrimination, and only New York, California, and DC have laws that do prohibit employers from making decisions based upon an employee's political affiliation. And while McCain has previously claimed that sexism is rampant in the broadcasting industry, it would be very difficult for her to make a claim against a show like The View that features all female hosts. Thanks for watching this week's Toxic Workplace Report. Let us know what you think in the comments below about whether politics should be a protected class for purposes of discrimination. But let's play nice, or I'll have to send Lurch after you. Make sure you like, follow, and subscribe to Grungo Colarulo for the next episode. Once again, thank you from all two of us here at the Toxic Workplace Report. We wish you a very happy and healthy 2022. And for those of you who made it till the very end, we've got some of our favorite outtakes from 2021 coming. Enjoy. That award included punitive damages. That award included punitive damages and 3 gift certificates. No, do it again. This time with more emphasis. I'm gonna murder you. I pulled an eyebrow.
Perfect. Just do that again.
Oh. Pictures! I don't really want to talk about his balls anymore.
Yeah.